Coming up on this episode of The Brain Drain Show.
Once I discovered skating, I was like, this is it for me. Like, I've always loved it. Because I came home one day from doing a hill bomb, my knees basically just all blood everywhere. My mum was like, this isn't really for girls. I was meant to do a 360. I hadn't landed a 5 before and I just hugged it as hard as I could. And he came to me at the party and was like, I know you didn't mean to do that. My real first love was surfing, Girls Skate U.K. Done a lot for women's skating. Animal was my first proper sponsor at skateboarding. So from early on, I'd had this really good free marketing of my name. Because I was very outspoken back then. I would be like, why am I the only girl? They'd be like freaking out. And I'd be like, let's have another one along. Where I was saying I felt isolated in skating, when I started to travel to compete, one place where I felt really accepted was Sweden. Pontus Alv was someone who was so welcoming to me. This 1 year, there was some crazy progression in everybody. Like, every girl was front 50 in that deep end at Hemel. I'm 37, and I was like, I wonder how possible it is or how much I could push myself now. Never in my life have I carried a skateboard around and people have assumed that it's mine. Instagram gave women's skateboarding a fresh start, because obviously it was controlled so long by the powers that be and their opinions of what's valid. All of a sudden, you're as valid as anyone. I did go through a phase of it affecting me just because it was intense. It's intense to wake up every day and you've got a load of messages telling you you're a dickhead. Like, it's never going to be nice for anyone, is it? Imagine if I just came on this podcast and rolled my ankle and that was it.
My left eye just started twitching.
Put your glasses on.
Yeah, so.
You look sexy in them. I like them.
Do I?
You look daddy mode.
They are cool, yeah.
Daddy mode?
Yeah.
I love how you said that.
Fine, I'll take that. Daddy mode, let's go.
Waiting to crack that one out, haven't you?
Good evening and welcome to another great episode of
Wait,
The Brain
from
Drain
the top?
Show. With me, Forde
the
Brookfield.
top.
Joined
Just
to
to
my
the
left is my one and only trusty co-host, Toby Batchelor. And joined to his left, it's
Stefani Nurding.
Round of applause in the
Fucking
studio.
hell.
I'm putting both of those.
Yeah,
both
do
of those
it. That's
takes in.
funny.
Thank you.
Thanks
Steph,
for coming.
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. It's good to finally get you on. And let's dive into some more female skateboarding with some great history.
Have you been here before?
No.
Never been to Snakes?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Plymouth originally, and then I moved to London, so this is like a little bit even
This is
further
way
than
out,
that.
isn't
So,
it?
yeah. From London, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the first questions is where are you from? How did you
Plymouth.
discover skateboarding? And what was the journey there? Tell us all about that.
So, how I discovered skateboarding was me and my brother found this pink plastic skateboard. It was 70s vibes in my shed at my house. And then we would walk to Salt Mill Skatepark in Saltash. And we only knew about dropping in, really. So we were just try and drop in over and over again on this board.
Proper slamming, wiping up.
Well, we'd see people do it and we'd be like, oh, that's how you start.
Yeah.
So we, proper slamming over and over again.
Yeah.
And then a skate for me and my brother would be going and seeing who could be brave enough to drop in on all the ramps. And the last ramp was 7 foot or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we would get all the way round, do the 7 foot, be like, oh, great, yeah. And then we would go home. We've done them all.
Well, you just do them once or twice and you were like, right, we've
Well,
completed.
it took a long time because we would be really afraid of it. So.
Yeah.
And then you were like, I've completed skateboarding now. That's it.
Did you say
So
younger
for a
or
while
older?
it was that. I was really little, I don't know the exact age, but
Did you say younger or older brother?
my brother is younger.
Yeah, okay.
I'm the oldest.
Yeah,
So yeah.
nice.
And did how did it go from there? Did he carry on skating and you were tagging along, or what? Did you take the
Well-
reins and be like, this is my thing now?
I wasn't allowed to do it because
Right.
I came home one day from doing a hill bomb, and once I discovered skating, I was like, this is it for me. Like, I've always loved it. But I had my knees basically just all blood everywhere. And my mum was like, this isn't really for girls. And then really encouraged my brother. He'd get the new skateboard for Christmas and everything. And I guess planted the seed of me being really hungry for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he did it. He was talented at it and he just did it and wasn't that arsed in the end. But I was like, oh, I really want to do it. And it wasn't really till I was out off on my own. I worked at this hotel in Newquay. They had a skate ramp in the in the like lobby, I guess, of
Was
the
that
hotel.
the one where everything
beach
went
trip.
fucking mental on one
Yeah.
of those?
Well,
What
this
was
is like a really good story because all the guys from Vans had ended their tour
That's
there.
right, yeah.
And I'd always had a love for skating, so I'd been practicing on this little ramp. Then all those guys came and I met like you know, people like Nick Powley and Chris Vile and Chris. And I was like, these are my people. I loved them. And ever since then, I was like, this is it for me. Like,
I wasn't there, but I remember seeing all the footage from that everyone was going absolutely fucking
it was nuts.
insane.
Yeah. And it was,
So
they were
you
all
saw
so
that?
crazy and they were so fun. And everyone, you know, they're doing skating and they're just screaming their heads off
Yeah.
and
And you
running
saw
around.
that and you were like, these are my people.
Yeah. I
You
was
saw
like,
Nick
oh.
Powley and you were like, these are my people. Fucking
Well,
hell.
Nick Powley at the time, he was the team manager
for
of those
Vans.
guys.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, you know, obviously to me, I was like, wow, can't believe this is like the Vans team here.
Yeah.
Like I was really impressed by that. And obviously just everyone's like fun attitude and how good they were at it was like, yeah, it was inspired.
So but that was probably like mid 2000s, wasn't it? That's when like brands still had budgets.
I
to
couldn't
do
say the
tours
year.
and
I'm
stuff.
not good at timelines.
I think it was around
don't
that.
know.
I seem to remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
all
I
the
think
chaos.
it may have been a bit earlier than that. Just
Maybe.
because, no, I can't tell you because I'm not good with timelines. But yeah.
It was definitely when brands had budgets to do things like that. It's hard to do anything these days, isn't it?
Yeah, they ain't got shit now.
These
Yeah,
days.
it's funny because it always felt like that. They had this really unlimited, not unlimited, but it did feel like there was a lot of money going into
It just felt like there
skating.
was more people coming over and visiting, and there
stuff
were more tours
in
and
the UK.
demos and just events going on than there is now.
Yeah, I remember Renton Miller being there.
Yeah.
And seeing those guys skate the vert was amazing.
It's something else, like seeing vert in the flesh is unreal, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like you
it's
see
funny.
it on videos and it's rad, but when you actually see it, like even with George and those guys down at Flow the other week,
Yeah.
there's something about it.
It's
It's
sick.
like
Yeah,
it's like
so sick.
it's
yeah.
like the black belt of skateboarding, isn't it? It's like, and it's so impressive. I saw, just going off on a tangent, I saw what's his name? He does skate IQ thing. What was his name?
Oh, Mitchy Briscoe.
Yeah, I saw an alternative angle of his. Was it his 1080 he did years ago?
1260.
Fuck's sake!
Yeah.
And it's
Fucking
from another
nuts.
angle, and it was like put it into even more perspective. How fucking stupidly big those ramps are. How high he's spinning, and like you can see people in the background, and they're like tiny, tiny people, and it's just like
Has anyone done
Yeah,
that
it's
since?
crazy.
I don't know, but
Insane.
his
Blows
face
my
when
mind.
he rolls away is amazing. He literally just
he's just like that.
he's like so stone faced, and apparently it's because he just had to focus that much. That
He hadn't landed one before, had he?
no, and apparently he didn't even realize it didn't dawn that he'd landed it until he was back up the landing ramp of the
I don't know how you do it, right? Because if I stand up and just rotate 360 degrees,
You
my
fall
feet,
over.
I get dizzy.
Yeah, I noticed this
I
because
think
I
it's 'cause-
snowboard as well. Like
Yeah,
even on the
and then-
trampoline, if you do two, like a 720,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
disorienting.
So I think you.
It makes
yeah.
no sense.
Maybe it's just my age as I get older.
I'd love to learn
More
to do.
dizzy.
I'd love to do a 540 in my life though.
Yeah,
Mm.
you got it.
I've done it on the snowboard. I've done it. I can
Have
claim
you?
that. Yeah.
Sick.
Did you have to
That's
work
I
at
got
it
told
to do-
off actually because
Why?
I was snowboarding and I was doing the British slope style, and it was like unofficial that my friend and was kind of coaching me. He was Dan Wakeham, and I was meant to do a 360, but I just really wanted to do well. I hadn't landed a 5 before, and I just hucked it as hard as I could,
And you did it.
and I landed. And I think I came second. And I was like
Nice.
loving it, and everyone's gassing me up. And he came to me at the party and was like, "I know you didn't mean to do that.
Was
You
this,
got lucky."
was this over a jump ramp or was it on
like
a quarter?
kicker, like
Oh,
a kicker, yeah.
That's
So that
rad.
was a huge part of my skating
That's so sick.
as well. Like I tried to go down the avenue of like, competing at snowboarding. I competed at snowboarding, and it was less accessible to me. I was working like 3 jobs to try to afford to go there.
It's expensive, isn't
And
it?
I was
So-
having friends being invited to like X Games and those type
Yeah.
of things. And I was realising that although I had the ability, those opportunities weren't necessarily available to me. And then I was like, oh, okay, skateboarding's a little bit more accessible and a bit more of an even playing field. So
Why weren't those opportunities available to you?
back then there wasn't so much funding in
Yeah.
that. So, you had to throw out a lot of money if you wanted to be on the British team or something like that.
Yeah.
You had to be paying for a lot of stuff yourself. And, my parents were not interested in skating or snowboarding at all. They've never been interested in it really for
Same.
me. So
Yeah.
I
I've
was
always
like,
wanted to
you know,
try
by myself
snowboarding,
in
but
that respect. But I think it was a positive thing. Like I love snowboarding, but the skate community and what I've got from it now, like I don't regret leaving that where it was and being in a skater.
Do you think with what you're saying about like, you know, your brother getting the kind of support from your mum to be a skateboarder, do you think, you know, that kind of, because I do it with my boy, you know, it's like you sort of, what you tell him he can't have, he wants more. Do you think there was an element there of, because you weren't receiving the boards and stuff that your brother was, that made you more hungry for it?
In a way, maybe, but I think, you know, I was influenced a lot by surfing and, you know, movies that seem cheesy to me now, things like Blue Crush, where like, you know, it's a young girl, she hasn't got much money and she manages to make it in surfing.
Yeah.
And a lot of these things at the time, you know, being around things like Boardmasters, like I'd go there and those skaters and surfers would be like celebrities to me and I'd be like, oh, I want to be like them. So a lot of it was that really, more so than just not being allowed to do it. I just loved it from when I ever saw it.
Kind of like you got the bug for skating.
My real first love was surfing, but I just never could get to grips with it. Like I do it now, but I'm not good at all.
So
It's
what
hard,
was the kind of timeline there then, with like your brother still skating, you're skating? Did you like start skating with like a crew of people?
No, I didn't. There was years and years where I couldn't do it. But one thing my mum was supportive with was surfing. So she bought us all the gear and just dropped us off at Fistral. Way too young
was just
to be
like,
doing that.
there you go, get in the water.
She denies it now. Sorry. Mum. And
Questionable parenting.
we would just try and surf.
Yeah,
And we really almost died quite a lot of times.
yeah.
And yeah, with skating, it was here and there that I would, you know, walk. It was an hour-long walk to the skate park. So we would walk for an hour to go there.
Yeah.
But it would often be that she's turned up in her car and she's like, what are you doing?
Get back on that.
She's coming to get
surfboard
me.
now.
Or, you know, it was a here and there thing that we were skating.
Did her opinion slowly start to change?
No,
Is she
still no.
still to?
She has told me she's proud of me, which is
That's
amazing.
good. That's
Well,
what you
recently-
want.
And yeah, so that's great.
I don't think my parents have ever said that. to
Oh
me,
mate,
no.
I'm proud of you.
Not to
She's a
turn it
lovely
around about
person.
me,
I don't want to throw my mum under the bus in any way. And I do see why she was like, you know, most parents in England, if you've got a daughter that's telling you, oh, I'm going to be a skater, I can see why you might try to be like, what? Wait a minute. That's
I mean, it's
not
different
gonna
now,
happen.
isn't it? Like, it's definitely changed, but, you know,
Back
the last...
then,
yeah.
like she's probably thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with her? Do you know?
Yeah.
When did it start like taking off then? Because I remember, I think we met like 10, 15 years ago, but it was like boardroom competitions through like all the
Oh, I
girl
loved
skate
those.
stuff.
One of those was one of the best days of my life.
They
you know?
were amazing.
Yeah.
I think I'd met you before then, but I remember you did the 50 to fakie, but before they cut the vert wall down when it was nearly up to the ceiling.
Yeah, I always like claim this, but thank you for remembering. I'm like, oh yeah, I've done it on vert before. My friends are like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no, you did, because on a Get Leicester video, I think it's the thumbnail. Someone shot, I think Leo or someone shot a photo of it.
Oh really? I'll be great to see that.
It's on YouTube somewhere, because I always go back to those videos of like when those competitions used to go down at Boardroom. Because it was like you, Lucy, Josie was there on one of them. Josie was sick as well.
It was
and now
such a great time.
she's
and
like mad
that was
into
the time,
cycling
yeah,
now, but-
where, you know, Girls Skate UK and you guys had done a lot for women's skating.
It was massive. Like those Girl Skate UK events at the Boardroom, they were packed, and it was rad. Like Kirsty Tonner's there as well, and
Lola
like
came to some of those. I think it was like the younger generation was starting to come up then, so that was awesome as well.
they were rad. But
What year were we talking about?
It's got to be like 2013, 14, 15. Boardroom's been gone for like a couple of years now, like maybe 10 years, and that park was amazing. But I always remember going to like little kind of events, and like there was always like you, Helena, and all those people there as well. So when did it start kind of taking off from kind of doing it on your own or with your brother, and you started kind of like skating with other people or like exploring other scenes, or did you?
So me and my brother didn't skate together all that much, other than those really early days.
Yeah.
When I started coming back from my surfing fiascos and my snowboard seasons, then I would be at the skate park, and I had a friend called Glenn that sort of I skated with him.
Big up Glenn, wherever you may
Glenn
be.
Brooks, amazing skater from Plymouth, like really,
Big
really
up
good.
Glenn.
Yeah.
Big up, Glenn.
Yeah. And I would skate with him a lot. He
Yeah.
was my main person that I'd hang out with and skate with, and he's a really good skater, so that was like inspiring for me.
Mhm.
And I would do things like, you know, try and roll in, and they'd all be like begging me not to do it because I'd be hanging up
Oh,
the
shit.
back truck every time.
Well,
But,
still making it.
Still making it,
God.
yeah.
I do that, don't
Please
I?
stop
Oh,
You
it
doing
fucking
Toby
pisses
kicks
me off.
off.
He does it all the time.
Yeah.
It seems to be a thing around here. You do it as well.
And
Oh,
I've always,
fake
you
you
Do you do it on
fuckers.
purpose or?
No,
Yeah,
Oh.
they do it
no,
on
but
purpose.
The disaster
I
in.
always say to Toby, I
Fake
don't know
you
what
rock
you're
and
on
just
about.
hang up on the way in.
I always say to Toby, like,
not
I don't,
right,
I
is
don't know
it?
what you're on about. I'm not hanging up. And he's like, right there. And I'm like, but
The
I know-
rolling still scares me. Like I do it, but every time I'm like,
I love a front side rolling like into hang up on purpose.
Yeah, that's
oh
Yeah, they're
really?
good.
yeah.
that's kind of
Smartly.
Not on,
making
not,
it a
on,
trick,
not on big
but,
stuff though, but
but actually not lifting your back truck up and just having it open to the universe if you're going to make it or not. That is like,
That
what
is,
are
yeah.
you doing?
That's a
Look
bit
at he's
unhinged,
grinning because he
isn't
knows
it?
it winds
Yeah,
me up.
he's-
it, feel,
He's like,
it
"Fuck this."
feels amazing though.
had this little,
No.
me and Sean was
I'm on your side.
Yeah, thank you.
Me and Sean were skating the mini ramp once. I'm sure you remember this. I was having a little silly mini ramp and I like rolled in and I was like hanging up my rock fakies just clinking the back truck. And I rolled up to Sean and flicked. Do you remember? I like flicked you in the balls. And I rolled in and hung up so fucking hard because I
You
wasn't
deserve it.
Oh,
expecting it.
shame.
You deserve
yeah.
it.
Hit. I like fell on the floor, crippled. Sean went "Heh," like that, and I stood up and went, "I'm fucking going in."
Yeah.
And it rocked my entire body because
You
I
used
just
to get really stroppy, didn't you, a couple of years ago? When
me.
Yeah.
No, I've always been quite calm when
No,
I
you-
skate
You're
Yes.
better now.
because I don't skate.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I've seen you have full meltdowns. Never flick anyone in the balls. That's
When have
horrible.
I ever had a full
That's very
meltdown?
mean.
When you were
skating?
trying to do the no comply tray flip thing on that zip zinger and you just fucking lost your mind, focused it and just stormed off.
That is
Actually, I
true.
wish I'd filmed
Oh,
it.
I
'cause it
wish
was
I
like-
could do
That
that.
is
Like
so
I
fun.
can. I've tried to snap a board so many times. I can't do it.
Yeah, I've only ever snapped one board in my entire life.
I haven't.
By
I've
accident.
really tried.
They used
like-
to be so easy to snap. I think they're a little bit harder now, but
Oh, that
you kind of have to. It's like I think it's a similar mentality to when people do the karate chops through the bricks and stuff. It's like you have to just keep pushing down even when you feel it there. You have to just keep.
Oh, okay.
You know,
This
like,
is good advice. I'll give it a go again.
I mean, I haven't done it for years. Can we get you outside and we'll set up a board and you can?
I knew you were going to say that. As I said
Stephanie's
it, I
gonna try and
regretted
focus
saying
the
it.
board.
As I
She's
said it,
never-
I was like, why am I telling them this?
Yeah.
Let's get a board brought upstairs and she can snap it on the podcast.
Now.
That can be the sign.
No,
off.
With
'cause
the
you're probably-
new ones on.
Yeah,
You'll
with
probably-
the noobs.
Oh, you have to be careful with shoes when you do it that haven't got real big
I mean,
high
I don't
heels
wanna-
because
yeah, I
you don't want
don't
to roll your
No,
ankles off.
that's
Yeah.
valid, yeah.
Let's not do
Imagine if
that.
I just came on this podcast and
Rolled
rolled my
your
ankle. And that was
Not
it.
even skating.
Sorry,
just like,
everyone.
I don't get how people do the butt drop version.
Yeah, that's pretty
Like, that's
hardcore.
gnarly
I've
because you
tried
could
that.
fuck your
I'd have to-
coccyx up doing
That
that.
might be more possible for me because I'm hitting gym all the time, innit? So, like, my legs
I'm
are
hitting
strong.
gym recently.
There we go.
Let's try that
I knew
version.
this was coming. Go on.
Yeah.
So
Let's try that version.
Can I just
so
start?
6
Wait,
a.m.
can I just start this story? This morning, look at my phone. What was the message you sent me this morning?
I know what time it was.
This morning, 6:20, gym mentality. Great. as I pulled up outside, he gets out his car and starts like leaning against his car, stretching. It's fucking.
Oh, so you
He's-
didn't
he's
actually
been-
go to the gym?
No, I've been. I
He's
go
been to the gym. What did Lewis say? Been to the gym 6 times and eaten
No,
3
it was
salads, and
my,
now he's all about it.
it was my New Year's resolution. I've gone
That's
every
more than-
single day, every day, like
Well
6,
done, mate. That's
6
really
or
good.
7 a.m. before and after work,
Yeah.
and I've just started eating healthy.
6
I think
a.m.
5
before.
days is good. I think 7 days is detrimental to whatever.
Don't you
goals
need
you've
days
got.
to recover? Don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Well, I usually do like a Monday and Tuesday. I'll be like upper, then leg day, then like a Wednesday I might go for a little swim,
oh yeah, could
chill
get away
out.
with
Thursday,
that.
Friday, then the weekend, depending on how busy I am. But yeah, I'm out here just trying to get dench so I can knock out every single person.
Is that a word they use at the gym?
I don't know. I
Dench?
don't know.
What is
But
You know
it
what I'm
is
well
good,
into?
Is that like
positive,
hench?
I'm well into at the moment. Is that the
Is that dank and hen?
Dank and
yeah,
hench,
just a bit
dench.
of both. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get chiseled again, back to my fighting weight. But you know what I'm loving at the minute is that like the stair climb thing. You know, like the machine where you just climb.
Stairmaster.
That I'm just
Yeah.
on. I'm on
I
those.
can do
and-
that at home. I've got
And I'm
stairs.
I've seen you walk up and down
No,
stairs.
it's
It's like a
pretty.
toddler being pushed down a set of stairs. He walks
Yeah.
downstairs and he's like, whoa, his centre balance is everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen my stairs.
Yeah.
Steep.
I put a hole in his stair wall.
I've fallen down them and up them.
So you broke your finger
Going up
Shame.
going up and you fell down and hit your head.
and had a seizure.
Yeah.
going
Did
down.
you?
Yeah.
Proper good times.
You had a seizure?
Did I not tell you about that?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did I not? No, you fucking didn't.
I'm actually safer on the board than off the board as well. I can relate to that.
Are you clumsy off the board?
Yeah.
I am too.
It's
And
really
as I get
stressful.
older, I just walk into doors
Really
and stuff.
silly things,
But then when I'm on, not that,
See, I'm
my
clumsy on
skateboarding is
the
anything
board.
to be desired, but on my skateboard, I feel a little bit
You're
more
safe on there at
focused.
least. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to hear you put your skateboarding down because when
Touch
when
wood.
you're outside, especially through summer, and you see Toby skating a curb, skating those curbs.
It's embarrassing though, isn't it? Skating
What?
a curb.
No,
Well,
it's
according
not.
to me, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to Chris Jocelyn, it is.
No, I think it's good. And then
Don't
some-
let him put you down.
And I'd say you had one of the best backside tail slides I'd seen for a long time. You've not done it for a while.
For about
but
a month
for
in
like
the late
wisdom.
90s.
Yeah,
what
but
what
still.
about the SSBSTS?
Have you ever done a switch on's backside tail slide?
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking 30 years ago.
But this isn't our podcast.
yeah,
so
that's
can we get back on?
Get
So-
back on
It's
track.
all right.
So
what
we're-
we're talking
we're
about
on this
focusing boards with bums.
It's just showing everyone what a good listener I am.
And we were on the
Thank you.
we're
Appreciate
on the
that.
transition to like I'd say skating with other people or
Yeah,
exploring
so-
more things. And when you met more people in skating and we
sponsorship
want to talk
and stuff
about
like that. Like, how did it? You mentioned like meeting up with Powley and all those guys in the vans, and that was like we mentioned earlier. That was kind of a time when there was more budget for brands to do tours and stuff, and it was kind of.
Well, I was rubbish then. So when I met them, I was in the stage of like I'd been learning the rock fakie that day and I had
Right.
a huge bruise from learning it. They wouldn't have shook a stick at me at that point. Do you know what I mean? They're just like, oh, I'm the girl that works at the hotel.
When did it change though?
So
When did it
I mean,
start
it changed
picking
when
up?
I met them. I was like, more inspired. But then I had gone and did a snowboard season, so I had for 4 years done this snowboarding thing really solidly. And to be honest, for a long time in skating and snowboarding as well, I was really isolated. There weren't that many women doing it back then. The ones who were doing it, you did feel a competitiveness against. And then there obviously is people that are friendly, but it weren't like it is now. And this is what I really love about the women's scene now, is it feels like everyone's on their own lane and everyone's really supportive and no one minds saying. Back then it was like you had to keep it kind of down that you were being competitive or like it's seen as something bad. With snowboarding, I'd just been going every day for first lifts by myself, and I didn't realise that I was any good. So I've just been trying my best every day. And then I went riding one day with this lady called Sue from West Beach. Back then, that was like a popular snowboarding brand. And I'd just been doing my rails and things. They had all these wooden rails through the trees. And she was like, are you sponsored by anyone? And I just laughed and was like, no. And she was like, well, do you want to be on West Beach? And I went from really feeling quite isolated to she put me on that, and then everyone in the resort's coming up to you, and I was really overwhelmed by it. I felt like I didn't really have any friends there, and I was like, oh goodness me, like everyone knows you, at least within the resort, from that. And obviously that gave me quite a lot of confidence. I was like, oh, I'm actually pretty good at this. And then I'm pretty good at getting my head down with things. I'm the same now with gym and
Just get on with
skating and
it.
everything. If I want to do something, I'll just get my head down and
just
do
fully
it.
commit to it.
And I really like that sort of headphones in the zone kind of feeling where you're just trying.
Focused.
Focused. And so I just went mad at snowboarding. I rode the half pipe every day and went to the Brits. I come second, I think, in the half pipe. And I was really, really wanting to do something with that then, but I just didn't know how. And I didn't have anyone in my corner really. And I, other than Dan Wakeham, props to him, he helped me quite a
Big
lot.
up, Dan.
But I really didn't know what I was doing. So with skateboarding, I came back, skateboarding was a bit more accessible, and then Animal was my first proper sponsor at skateboarding.
And that was based down in Bournemouth? Or
They
Poole?
were in Poole and Bournemouth.
Yeah, that's right.
Part of the reason I came back to England is my sister was having a baby, and then I'd also wanted to go to uni because it was around that time where fees were going up and stuff that. So I'd got sponsored by Animal, and they really put my name out there. Like they had things like at the time I was really embarrassed by it. They were getting me to like sign like postcards and stuff at Boardmasters.
Yeah.
But that was a really full circle thing because obviously Boardmasters is where I'd started. I felt like back then I'd kind of built a career off being at a blunt and front rock. That was like the two things I could do. And they shot some cool pictures of me doing this front rock on something big. And then they put it on all their carrier bags. So from early on, I'd had this really good, like, kind of free marketing of my name because of them, which I'm really grateful for. And then things like that also got me to thinking, like, how could I put my own name out there, which is obviously something I have been good at.
Yeah.
So I think I've answered the question. I'm a right waffler, so I'm really sorry.
No,
That's all right. Keep it going.
There was who else was on Animal at that time? Because they hooked up quite a few people. Was Frelful, was he on them at that point?
James Frelful, yeah, and Alan. Can't remember. Oh, I don't want to be outed as not remembering people's names on it.
There was
Don't
a bunch
worry,
of
a lot
people.
of people can't remember a lot
Really?
of people's names. I
There
won't
was-
worry about
There
it.
was a surfer called Alan, and then there was a
Surfer Alan.
What's his surname?
I
I
remember.
don't know.
But
And
they
there was a guy called Marcus, a skater, and then I had got Rianne invited on some of the stuff as well. That I was because I was
she was
very
on
outspoken back then. I was like,
you were,
yeah, I would be like, why am I the only girl?
yeah. I
And
mean, it's
then
a fair point, isn't it?
they'd be like freaking out, and I'd be like, let's have another one along.
Yeah.
And then I got some other people invited on stuff, so that was good.
Yeah, I mean, Animal was massive at that point, wasn't it? It was a big deal.
Well, I
Lots of
did
money,
an
budgets.
internship. I asked them if I could do a work experience in their like fashion
Yeah.
design department, and that was super valuable to me as well. Sort of behind the scenes of how that works was a huge insight into how clothing industry
Nice.
works.
Which obviously, as you've grown, is that the wrong, into an influencer? The fashion's quite a big side of what you do, right?
Yeah, well, with Salon, obviously, like that was a good bit of work experience for me. And then also where I was saying I felt isolated in skating, when I started to travel to compete, one place where I felt really accepted was Sweden.
Yeah.
They had an amazing women's scene there. There's girls called Tossa, that's their like group, bit like Girls Skate UK. And then Pontus Alv was someone who was so welcoming to me. He sort of seen me from young age and was like, I think it's so cool that you're different. And he invited me to go and, just have a look how everything's working at Polar. And so that gave me a lot of confidence. I was like, cool, these people think I'm cool.
What happened after Animal?
Right.
Like, sponsor-wise, where did you go to from there?
After Animal, I'm not very good with timelines, but during this time, so Martin Tamblyn, Lola's dad, had filmed me an edit at his skate park junkyard, and the edit that we made for them, I'd sent it to US Open to be like, to try to get invited to that, and then I couldn't believe it because the only experience I had was skating like a 5-foot mini ramp at Prime, or Martin's skate park, and they invited me to go to that.
That mini ramp was good, wasn't it, at Prime?
Amazing, yeah. It's still there,
I only skated once, but I remember it a bit.
It's a
I
lovely
remember it. I
mini
was
ramp,
like,
yeah.
that is rad. That's a good ramp.
So I skated that every day for ages, and so I got invited to that, and I just went by myself, and I didn't really know how to skate bowl. Honestly, I was really overwhelmed by it. Like I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack when I dropped in.
Yeah.
But my God, I decided because I was like, right, there's not much I can do here. I'm out of my depth. But there was and the smallest quarter was the biggest quarter now at Bay. And I was like, right, what am I going to do here? So I decided that I was going to try to do my blunt fakie on this quarter. And I remember just reminding myself, right, I'm here. I'm at least going to enjoy it. So I just dropped in with a big smile on my face, pumped around the first two corners and did it. And it was the best feeling ever. And that really catapulted me because they were calling me sort of like punk for not wearing pads. But I was like, I'm British, no one can afford pads from England. Like, it weren't a thing that had crossed my mind to get a pads and a helmet. I didn't know about it. So going in with the dress with no pads on, I wasn't really trying to do anything other than just wear my normal clothes and skate.
Yeah.
But this caught a lot of attention at the time. And I think also they said that I was from Plymouth in Massachusetts. So they were really excited that I was representing Plymouth in Massachusetts as well.
Yeah, because why would there be another Plymouth in the world outside of America? Yeah.
Because New England copies everything that we've got, don't they?
Yeah.
They've got Birmingham, Liverpool.
Have they?
They've got everything there. Everything bigger and better than what we've got. It's amazing. You're on like the highway, and it's like there's signs for like Leeds and Manchester.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, New England's
Oh.
like everything is just named just our names.
Well,
And
most American place names are named after, because I mean, there's a California in Derby, isn't there?
Yeah, it's
There's
not,
one
it's not
near
even
my
that
mum
far.
actually as
Is
well.
there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's part
Oh,
of
I never knew.
Americans have copied all of our shit.
And obviously Boston.
It's just the
Yeah,
Americans.
Boston and
Boston near Skegness, isn't they?
Yeah.
Is that's not based on Boston and Lincolnshire though? Surely they didn't come over and go, fucking hell, this place is the raddest.
Well, I think
they
weren't any American place names that aren't place names that are based on like Native American place names. I think they were
It's all from
basically
us.
inspired by the British names, because it was the British that named the
They love
places.
England so much they named their whole state New England.
Well,
It
back
is.
then there's not loads of place names available. You don't know what you're
Running out of
working
names.
with,
Yeah.
do you? So you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
They were
right,
making the best
easy
of a
one.
bad situation.
Fuck.
Do they still do those? Like a lot of towns have the like
Twinned with.
twinned with. Is that still a
I
thing?
don't know.
I see a lot of stuff twinned here with like France and Switzerland. And
No,
all
but
that
a
shit.
town in not just France
I don't
overall, but like a
fucking-
town.
Oh, you mean in general?
Yeah,
with
like
people
the
still
town
that-
I grew up
No,
in
I
was.
think they're over it now. They put a Facebook update. We're not doing that anymore. Like we're done with that shit now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I never thought about that. That's quite interesting. The place I grew up always had it on the signs as you came in.
Twinned
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Coventry.
Twinned was somewhere in France, but I can't remember it. What were we talking about? Sorry, that went off on.
I think we
You
were on the
asked me about
fort.
my sponsorship history.
Oh yeah. So
And then you were about to ask me about women's skateboarding and how it's changed, but we didn't get to that yet.
And like how
So that is-
what your skateboarding progression and
yeah, like when did you start seeing more girls getting into skating, and it's like really visible? There's more girls skating. When did that first start happening? Did you notice it? More girls coming in and
more girls on the scene and more acceptance, because obviously skating's been so male dominated for so long.
It's a couple of things. So obviously, like I live in London, there is a lot of women that skate there. Things like the skate camp at Bay, there'll be like a lot of younger girls there, and the guys were telling me that because they listen, they're progressing really fast, and so that, and then also people like Lola, where the talent is just off the charts. Lily, I think when basically I broke my ankle and I'd been on the hub with people like Lily, Paige, and off the top of my head, can't think of everyone, but basically we were all around about the same kind of level then. And I can be really honest about, like, I used to be able to go nationals and I'd be like, yeah, this is a laugh and a joke, do my blunt and this, that and the other and do pretty well. And then after I broke my ankle and I had Felix, I went to Hemel, and I just remember being really shocked at the level and how it had gone up, and feeling once again really out of my depth, and like my skateboarding just went.
how long was that period when you?
So I'm
Kind of
getting
out
the
of it.
timelines mixed up here. So I had Felix. I got on the hub after having Felix, and then after sort of just getting back to the level where I felt like, oh, I'm on it again, I broke my ankle, and then this 1 year there was some crazy progression in everybody. Like every girl was front 50 in that deep end at Hemel, and I was like,
Well, look at when we were in Newquay for that skateboard GB competition,
yeah,
like the level of girl skating
it's
there.
amazing.
I forgot her
Well,
name. but
this
she's-
is another level again.
Yeah.
So at that competition, I really wanted to leave, and I went and I almost left,
Yeah.
and I had a cup of coffee, and I was like, I can't leave. Like, that's just so not me. So I
Yeah.
went and did it, and I'm pretty sure I come last. And I was like, oh no, maybe this is it for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just went back, and I think I was like, I can't quite remember the thought process from then to then, but I was devastated basically. I just decided I didn't want to give up on my on my skating, and I was really also inspired by them as well as devastated. But it didn't seem achievable for me. Like something like doing a front 50 on the deep end of that bowl, it was out of my mind that I could imagine doing that.
Yeah.
And so I just made a plan and started trying. And then I had this sort of go big thing. I was like, I'm just going to try and start sending it and see. And then I had this idea, because obviously I'm a mum, I'm 37, and I was like, I wonder how possible it is or how much I could push myself now. And so that's the road I'm on at the moment. And I'm like, you know, really happy with how it's going and surprised by it.
Yeah, we'll get onto that a little bit more as well. But yeah, for the level of female skating now, especially like I said at the Skateboard GB thing as well, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like it's insane.
Yeah.
Like
what happened to have that? Because it's, you know, obviously we've had the Olympics. Sky Brown has obviously had a hand in that, I think, inspiring. But what else has happened that's made girls want to start
It
skating?
matters so much. The representation is so important.
Yeah, more acceptance
even
as
for
well.
me, seeing them has re-inspired me to think that more is possible.
Yeah.
There was barriers that I'd put on myself without knowing, where it didn't, like, you have to see it to think like, oh, that's possible for me. And then obviously those girls have just been exposed to so much more inspiration and so much more it's normalized that like there's girls that are really amazing at skating. Like I noticed after the Olympics, never in my life have I carried a skateboard around and people have assumed that it's mine. And after that Olympics with Sky, little kids, little boys were asking me, are you sponsored? Are you a skateboarder? And I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So like the public perception of female skaters changed along with it as well.
Yeah, they saw me as someone who could be doing that. So that was huge. And that was really obvious to me, because in my whole life I've carried a skateboard and I'm always getting asked, who's that for? Is that your boyfriend's skateboard? You don't do that, do you? And now people are assuming it's mine. So I'm like, how
did you like, what was your stock reaction to people when they said, is that your boyfriend's or
I'm quite fun with it, you know, like if someone asks me, can you kickflip? I'll get on the board and do a kickflip and the thumbs up. It makes their day usually.
In heels.
Yeah.
Kickflip in the heels.
And I'll have people screwing me like security guard or something, and I'm wearing the dress and the heels. And they're, you know, in a bit of a mood or something, or they don't want you there. And then I'm like, check this out, I'll do a trick. And then they're like, hey, really
you're right.
excited.
Yeah, you're okay.
It's pretty fun.
But who do you think in the female scene now is like pushing the boat for skateboarding? Like Lola,
Lily.
All of them, to be
Lily
honest.
just got
All the
that cover
girls
as
that were
well.
at that, all the girls that you see at nationals, and even local ones that you see. There's loads of girls now. Like I go to Bay, and I'm shocked every day by what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And but obviously, in terms of the whole country at that level, it is still a handful that's really pushing it. And all of them are doing amazing. And I think what's so great about them is they're really encouraging. They're really like positive. And when I go to the comp, no one minds saying, oh, I'm going to beat you. Or like they're very open about being competitive.
Yeah.
So what changed then? How did that change? But what and why? Like,
it's just something I observed. So I don't know how it changed, but I think maybe because of Sky and the Olympics,
it must be.
It was destigmatized being competitive. Maybe
because, like I said years ago, it was like you had to hush that you were better than other skateboarders because you didn't want that kind of bitchy rivalry or something like that.
I think as well with skating, as what I've realised more and more as I've been pushing myself, is you're in your own journey. You can't really compete against anyone else. So I think when you're doing it at that level, which they all are, they know, oh, I'm doing this, it's going to take me this long to probably get it. And everyone's just on their own journey. So I think it does create this good feeling because everyone's rooting for each other because they all know what it's like. That's how it feels anyway.
You spoke earlier about Animal and you signing stuff and getting your name out there, and you become.
I was so embarrassed at the time.
Yeah, but like you know, you saying that kind of like sparked something in you about, I mean, marketing yourself, essentially, isn't it? Like putting your name out there as a brand. So how did that, like, over the years, how did it change into, like, do you mind being called an influencer? Because you are an influencer, right? Or what? What do you prefer?
I feel like I'm a skater. I've always felt like I'm a skater. Influencer doesn't seem like a bad word to me, so I'm fine with that.
So you're all right with that. But
Yeah.
so how did you go from like that thinking, I am my own brand, to becoming what you are now with doing all the stuff on social media and having your own brand? Like, talk us through that kind of journey. That's a fucking waffling
Well, so I noticed.
Good, though.
I noticed early on that I clocked really, really early on. Like when Instagram came out, I remember having a conversation with Beatrice, where I was like, "Wow, this is a really scary thing because people are going to just watch the content that they want to watch, and everyone's going to end up in like an echo chamber of their own opinions." And the day it came out, I remember having this conversation and being like, but then also realizing at that time that I've got the power now. I'd always felt like it was really hard to get featured in something, or it was really hard to get, every time you ask about women's skating, or if you're going to be in the video, or if your part in the video is going to be just modeling, or you're going to get a trick in there. And I was like, oh, it's me now. I can just do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so
you're the master of your own destiny, really, with it, aren't
Instagram
you?
gave women's skateboarding a fresh start, really.
Yeah.
Where you've got the control, because obviously it was controlled so long by the powers that be and their opinions of what's valid. All of a sudden, you're as valid as anyone.
Yeah.
So that was amazing. And I think being able to see that early on was really important to me and my little journey.
I guess you got to see other females around the world that were skating, whereas before that, like we were saying, you only saw people at events.
Yeah, and you'd see
you
videos
always
coming
thought there
out
were little bubbles, because you'd have to go to an event to see each other, whereas now you can see anyone skating across the world at any point. So I guess for the female aspect of it, you're like, shit, there's more of us than we actually.
You could be connected.
There's more than just
huge,
6 of us at this event, which is amazing. Yeah, I could see how Instagram.
It worked. We've spoken about this before. How with Instagram you can kind of reach out to your idols. Like you chatting to Tony Hawk, Tony, as you refer to him.
Yeah, just T now.
And
I send him a voice note like, "Yo, T, what are you doing?"
Do you?
No, I'm not on voice notes yet. I still call him
Send
Mr.
him a
Hawk.
voice note now.
No.
He followed me once, but he unfollowed me. I don't know why.
Tony,
what?
Yeah.
We know
Fuck's
you watch this,
He's
Tony.
had enough of my bikini photos, isn't he?
God.
You know what I was going to say earlier?
Cancelled.
One of your snowboarding videos, and I'm like, she's got to be cold.
Oh, it's really hot up there.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 30 degrees up there. It's like summertime. Yeah, it's spring.
Yeah, I saw that video and I was like, she's fucking brave being in those mountains.
No, it's hot. You need sunscreen up there.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
See, this is from
People were still shocked to see that, though. I'm not trying to say that it weren't a shocking thing. Because I got there and I was like, obviously, you've got a whole crew of influencers and then all the park shapers and people riding the park. So you just chat to people on the lift.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, my goal for the trip's to do a 360.
Yeah.
And they were like, everyone telling me to be careful and that. And I was like, no, I'm all right. I've snowboarded for ages. I've got it. Hold this jacket.
I've already done a 540 over this. Don't worry about it, mate.
So it was a bit of a struggle for me to relearn that, because obviously I hadn't done it for a long time. But it took a day. It took about 10 goes.
Oh, easy. Lovely.
Yeah, lovely times.
So what was the, following on from your question with the progression of Instagram to where you are now, how did you build that audience and market that you now have? Because I think your Instagram account's one of the most followed UK skateboarders. It must be right.
I think it is number one. I'm not
Yeah.
no,
we spoke about it, haven't we?
Yeah,
we spoke about it.
That's fucking rad. You should be shouting about that.
Yeah, I'm proud. I think in terms of being an influencer, I feel like my channel's very small. So within skateboarding, obviously that's a good thing, but like I feel like I haven't reached success yet. Like obviously in terms of influencer land, like I've got 300,000 followers. It's like a medium.
When do you think mentally you'll be like, I've made it at 1 million?
I don't know if I'll ever feel like that, because I've always got so much of ideas and I just feel so like excited all the time to do it. I don't know if I'll be like, I've done it, you know. We'll
But that's
see.
completed social media.
Yeah, like I just love social media.
Yeah.
I'm probably addicted to the dopamine that it gives me.
Yeah.
But like I've always kind of had it just within me where I've got an idea and I've got to get the idea out of my system. And then luckily, I think what's worked really well with social media is that I seem to just naturally be able to capture a moment or put the right music with it. And like, obviously that you're sharing a moment with other people and hopefully they can have a good feeling about it as well. And that's just something I'm good at curating that. So that's why I've had quite a lot of success, I think.
Yeah.
There's probably more to talk about with that whole side of things, but we might come back to that.
No, there definitely is. Like,
what do you want to know? Go on,
I don't know. I just I'm really interested.
It was judged. It was so judged, like back when, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
because sometimes we'll get like the odd shit comment at what we're doing, but for someone on your scale, what you're doing with your social media following, do you get much shit? And if you do, how do you handle it? Because we've spoke before about some DMs you get. And it's fucking weird.
Yeah. I mean, you're always going to get hate. I think the more hate you get, like,
the better you're doing.
I did go through a phase of it affecting me.
Yeah.
Just because it was intense. It's intense to wake up every day and you've got a load of messages telling you you're a dickhead. Like, it's never going to be nice for anyone, is it?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like I've moved past that now to where I'm like, I'll block it straight away.
Yeah.
I think I had to realise, like, why am I reading them all?
Well, the thing is, people. I'm going to say I'm probably going to get myself cancelled now.
Come on, cancel. If you get cancelled, I'll go down with you. It's fine.
This is excluding everyone around here, okay? But people still think that people give a shit about what they say, and the internet gives them that kind of voice, doesn't it?
It gives them that. They think their opinion's
sometimes
valid.
things do catch you. You're like, like, you know, you're feeling like skating's crap, and someone's like, "You're fucking rubbish." It's like, oh God, I know. That's why I'm trying so hard. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I mean. Yeah.
Like every now and then it will get you, you know, catch you off guard.
I was really annoyed when we started doing this. We've been doing this 3 years now, haven't we? 2 years, 3 years?
2.5, coming up to 3.
I was really disappointed that we didn't receive more hate. Because that really makes me laugh.
Well, you'll get some of mine, definitely.
Because we thought...
there you go, prayers answered.
We thought we were probably going to get comments like...
Well, because skateboarding...
shit like, who are they to have a podcast?
Exactly.
I think we actually did have something like that. I think someone did leave a comment about you should do this and that. And I mentioned it to you and you said, reply to him saying, start a fucking podcast then.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? So everyone's so quick to bitch and talk shit. And, you know, I said we had Ellis Frost on and I was talking to him about this. Is like...
Because he said he got loads of shit.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
he just does his thing, and that.
I like look at the Kuna as well. You know that like
great guy.
A lot of people try to clown on him, and like I said when I was talking to like Ellis or whatnot, or when I spoke to like AK or some of those like Tommy and Jake Powell, I clowned on the Kuna years ago, but it's like,
and that's why I won't come on the podcast.
It's not at all because I've skated with him a bunch of times since.
He won't come on. Fully upset him.
No, he will come on. I spoke to him about it.
I invited him today, actually.
Oh, I'd love him to come on.
Funnily enough.
Absolutely love to see him on there.
But the thing is, I look back on it and I'm like, I was probably just jealous that he can skate every day, is a really good skateboarder, and he can literally wake up and go, I'm going to go to Barca for 5 months.
Yeah.
So there is like an inner deep-rooted thing with some comments you get. So
anyway, so
one thing I would like to add to that is that, especially this past year, something that I've really tried to do is just focus on like energies. So like if there's obviously negative energy attached to that.
Yeah.
Even if I clock like any even negative energy at the park, I'll just get myself away from it. I'm just trying to be around like positive stuff. And like if I see anything I don't like, I'll just block it. I don't look at it and not give it my time of day. So yeah.
But the people need to realise that this is what I was waffling on, you know, like where, you know, Ellis doesn't give a fuck about the naysayers.
I mean, I do care because, like, for instance, what had stopped me from going to the Vert for ages was that I'd heard that people didn't like me there. They, you know, they'd said, oh, you know, they'd love to see you fall or something. No, but where, like, because I'm confident and also, like, I know I'm all right. So, like, I kind of know if I meet them people in person that they're going to like me. But it doesn't make it not intimidating that you go in somewhere where you feel like everyone hates you and they wish you bad. But then I've gone there, and that's like the most supported I've ever felt in skating, and it's such a positive vibe. So I think it's cutting out all the noise and just like doing what you want to do. And when you make real life connections with people, that's what matters.
Well, it's like you're also showing up and kind of proving them wrong as well. That's the thing. Like,
yeah,
people
I mean, I don't know if anyone actually did even say that. You know, people just like talking sometimes.
Yeah, just talk random shit.
Shit talkers.
Like we're doing right now.
But it literally wouldn't be skating without it, would it?
But anyway, sorry. Again, like what I was getting around to saying was just like the landscape of skateboarding and how you promote skateboard. We're talking about your skateboarding.
Yeah, okay.
It's changed. You know, like the magazines are pretty much defunct. Videos is kind of so every minute there's something new on Instagram, and the landscape now of influencers within skating is a big deal of how skating is promoted now. And there's a lot of, because of the traditional gatekeeping mentality of skateboarding, you know, from the last, well, forever,
60 years.
I think there's, you know, a lot of people struggle to understand that you could, you know, like LS, for example, I'm using him as an example because we spoke about this, you know, he does his own thing and he's got his niche, you know, and you've got your thing and you do what you do, and you're always going to have the naysayers and the shit talkers, but they need to just fucking shut up because things have changed, and things are going to carry on changing, aren't they?
You don't need those magazines and videos now to push you as a skateboarder, because you can do it yourself. And like, you're your own.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people don't realise how difficult it can be to keep, like, a lot of the sort of the old guard in quotation marks of skateboarding, like, want skateboarding to always be how it has been, but a lot of the sort of modern day skating that goes off on Instagram and stuff like that, there's a lot of work goes into producing that sort of content on the sort of regular basis. I think a lot of the sort of Instagram skaters have to do more work now to a degree than what some of the skaters had to do years ago. It's just it's a very different kind of work. But you have to do it's a lot of work.
So just to finish off where I was going with that, like, let me try and word this properly without sounding like a complete fucking idiot.
Just do it as an idiot, it's fine.
I don't have to try to be an idiot. It comes naturally. But so the gatekeepers, the you know what you were saying, Sean, like the old guard and how they feel skateboarding should be presented to the mass market.
Yeah, go on, carry on what you're saying. But I do have something to say about this. Because I think the way that projects or money or sponsorships get distributed still does remain the same. Yeah. So a lot of the, you know, brands that I work with are actually, although my channel is very successful, my skating's like, okay, I wouldn't necessarily still get those traditional opportunities. Yeah. You know, like making a video or being on a team or
but my argument is my point is that having a traditional skateboard video, let's say a 20-minute video, team video, and like I get hit up every day, you know, this brand's got this new video coming out and this person's turned pro, it means nothing now. You know, it's like there's pro skaters that you've never heard of.
Because you're not having to sit around and wait for it now because it's in front of you.
And it's almost like, so the landscape, this fucking hell, I'm waffling here. You're going to have to edit the fuck out of this. What I'm getting around saying is the landscape has changed. Yeah. And people who hate on influencers need to understand that is something which is here now and has been here now for a long time and is going to be around for a long time. And there'll probably be another reiteration of influencer, you know, there'll be some kind of different form of how thing, you know,
in a way it's the same as it's always been.
Does that make any sense?
Was Tom Penny not an influencer?
Fucking he was back in the day.
Like,
I think as well where you were like, oh, is it okay for me to call you an influencer? Yeah. Which, like, thank you for asking me that. I think sometimes people will use this as a way to put your skating down, because I get comments all the time which and brands use it as well as a way to, you know, act like I've been told that they don't see me as an athlete, or they don't see me as they, you know, they wouldn't have me as part of certain projects or whatever. And when I'm asking why, they're using this as a way to say, oh, well, you're an influencer. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm doing the same trick as him and my video's got more views actually. So that's not really going to fly anymore.
And I can do it in heels.
Yeah.
So
I do think
Do you ever just tell them to get
the
fucked?
language they use is the way. No, because the way I see it, I've always got new ideas. I'm always on to the next thing. And if someone, it's the same as any relationship. Like if you have a conversation with a brand and they're not seeing the value that you've got, good luck to you then. You've missed out. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I see it. Unlucky for them, mate.
Yeah, because at the moment it's like you've got to be like posting a new clip every day currently on your Instagram. And
I would say 3 times a day is a good amount. Like I try to tell the younger skaters, no one really listens to me, but I'm like, you need to be filming and putting out 3 clips a day if you want your channel to grow.
Fuck, so I've been doing 3 to 4 clips a year.
Is
that why?
It's not going to fly. You need to get out all your old clips, chop them up, trending
Really?
song.
I've done
Come
that.
on.
That's all those clips.
You can do it. But I post once a day.
What about if I just reverse them so it looks like I'm doing all the same tricks but switch?
Yeah, anything. Just do it. Just whack it up, mate. See what
do
goes
that with
well.
yours, yeah?
Oh, mate, that'd be brilliant.
Right, so where I'm at now is that I could grow my channel a lot quicker than I am at the moment just by doing videos of me. The most popular videos of me are where I'm just skating along.
Yeah.
But obviously I had questioned, like, what am I going to be happy with at the end of the day when I can't skate anymore? And obviously, like, the whole reason I've done everything I've done is because I love skating. So I am going down the road of really pushing my skating, and I've deprioritized getting likes and views and everything because I want to work on my skills. So this has been a difficult decision because obviously you can see why that's difficult.
Yeah.
Well, not difficult, but like obviously I've got a son. I've got to do well, but like the algorithm's changing all the time. What's popular is changing all the time. Do you know what? This is a message I want to put out actually.
Do it.
Like,
go off.
to all the kids.
Fucking
No, but like obviously social media is what it is. It's up and down. It's changing. You can lose it at any moment. But skating and working on it, how some of these people do, how I'm doing, no one can take that away from you.
It's always going to be there for you. So it's
still of much of higher value to have the real skill, you know, than just caring about.
The question I was going to ask is, what's your kind of day-to-day routine with the social media? Because like I said, you're a mother, you skate, you got a business. So what's like a Monday to... Is it every day that you're working on something, or do you allow yourself to have a Sunday off, or do you have a roast dinner and just chill out?
I don't really ever chill out. Like if I'm... I do have blocks of time where I, like, my son doesn't really know that I work. Like all my time is structured around spending as much time with him where I'm just mum that's cooking or having dinner with him or whatever.
Because that's why it took long for us to do this, because like we're obviously doing stuff here, and your routine is when I was talking to you through voice message, you were like, I do this at this time, then I've got this time to get my son, and then I got to drop him off here, then I got to go here to do this.
Yeah, it's very structured.
It's an everyday.
Yeah.
I think it has to be when you're a parent.
Yeah,
everything
100%.
is like military
you know
planning.
About that.
Isn't
You
it?
have to
Every
have a schedule, because otherwise it'll drive the kid mad.
Okay, so it's busy.
I block out my time, and I do, you know, I do gym, and I do the skate park that I go to.
You got your vert days,
sessions, and all different times. You never know where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
I don't know how to talk about this being super structured without just outing myself. I'm going to be at the same place at the same time.
We'd rather keep it so you're safe than put something out there. But either way, the main question, I guess the answer is, it's busy all the time.
I'm very organised with my time.
It's fucking busy all the time. Yeah. And structured, and that's great.
And as far as your content you put out, are you doing this very like just on a whim, or are you planning it weeks in advance? What you got stuff coming out? I've
gone through phases where I've booked a filmer every day that I have off.
Yeah.
And I've gone and filmed content. So I've got the more content I can get, the more I can just be posting when I'm not doing much. But now it's a bit, because to be honest, it's working better now. Like obviously I'm focused on improving my skating at the moment, and that just being like, oh mate, can you film this for me? Can you film that for me? I guess I'm getting as much content as I would be getting anyway, doing the content day. But also what's good is now I've got, but back then there wasn't a lot of people doing content for skating, and where it's more normal now, I've got friends where I can go, like Jack that skates the vert. he is an aspiring content creator, and he got really good at skating really quickly. So I was sort of interested, like, oh, how have you done that? Like, I want to get good at the vert. They've sort of helped me there to improve my skating. And then I'm like, let's do a content day. And I've like a skills kind of exchange where I've helped them do that. So where there's more people interested in doing content, you can sort of film for each other. Because I remember, like, you probably remember this, you would get like, oh, people, even if you asked them to film a clip for you, you're like, oh, self-promotion.
And anyone that does that is influencing something. So
Yeah.
anyone that uses influencer as a bad every time you've put up your 2025 recap, you're influencing someone to go out there, no matter how old you are. Look at Toby. He's the oldest man I know. And he's out there skating. Toby's an influencer.
I don't care anymore.
He looks younger though, doesn't he?
I know.
He did. I actually said that to him today. He moisturises every day.
I did get ID'd for booze recently.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're always
That's
getting
good to
ID'd
know.
for booze, aren't you?
Sorry, what were we talking
I
about?
can't remember what I was going to say,
said-
but it was something.
Apart from my youthful good looks.
It was about self-promotion.
Oh,
like
that was it. So one thing I can see as a positive as a female skater is a lot of the ideas that I guess guys felt pressured by back then and even now, I felt free from.
Yeah.
So things like that, it would be like, oh, well, I don't have to follow the rules they follow. So I'm going to do it like this. So in a way, that was quite freeing for me. Because I think what I can see, back to the hateful comments as well, there was a phase where I had a real lot of empathy for the people commenting.
Yeah.
They've been sold this idea that you could sort of go hang around down the skate park and drink a beer and do your best skating, and someone's going to come and put you on some team if you're killing it. And some of these guys got so good, and there's no opportunity there because.
Have you ever faced any? Have you ever faced any of those? It's like a typical guy comment. My mate's not sponsored, and he's better than her.
Yeah.
That tip, I've seen that.
I have faced this, but at the same time, I could see like they've been really sold a dream there by the industry. So
I think a big problem with a lot of that is it's like I always say, like I think skateboarding, it's you can be as good as you want to be, but if you're like whether people like to admit it or not, that part of skateboarding is an image, and if you've not got an image to sell,
yeah, I'm not defending it. I'm not trying to seem like I'm defending it, but like I could also see like, oh, you know, I can see why they're pissed off, you know, because they followed all the rules, all the right rules, and they can't see that, oh, if you just did your own thing or step outside of it, you could have your own thing, because they're just in following the rules. Do you know what I mean?
I think I'm sure it was you. This was ages ago. Someone had left like a shitty comment, and you just replied, "You follow me," or something like that. You know,
Probably,
someone's left something really shit, like "I hate this," and you just put, "Yeah, but you follow me."
Yeah.
So it's like it's so weird.
Why are you
I find
looking
that,
at it then?
yeah,
Like, if I see something I don't like on Instagram,
you
I'm
scroll
not
past
like,
it.
oh.
Yeah,
Like-
but people, they love that, don't they? They sit there like, I'm really upset about this. I'm going to let them know. So
I'm going to write to my local MP.
Yeah, must tell everyone I hate this. Like, no one gives a fuck, do they? Like,
Fucking, yeah, social
it's
media.
the problem with the
isn't
internet. Everybody's got it, isn't it?
it? Yeah.
Let's talk about Salon.
Yeah.
How did that all start?
Okay, so Salon was quite a light bulb moment for me. I had been in Sweden, and I was having a drink with Pontus. We discuss the idea of me maybe going to work at Polar?
What was he? What was he saying? You were going to go and work there doing what?
Well, basically, around the time that, like, my friend Jilly was a professional snowboarder, her husband worked for Kingpin magazine,
Yeah.
and so I was around them a lot, and then I think I just went to the Polar office one day, and that's where I did the VX, the glitter VX. I just had the idea and I needed to get it out of my system. And they were like, you know, they realised like, oh, you've got cool ideas. And like back then doing the glitter VX, that was like nothing anyone had ever seen. I got death threats for it.
Sorry, whoa. Death threats.
I got death threats for that, yeah.
For glittering
An
up a
email
VX.
that, like long emails that I had to report to the police, yeah.
Why has somebody got... Fuck's
You're
sake. I mean,
skateboarding
how
No,
could-
literally it was
history.
that, saying like, you know, what am I doing?
what,
and
disrespectful to the VX?
disrespectful to skating, to
Oh,
everything
fuck's sake.
about it.
People
and
need to fucking
who am
shut
I? I need
up.
to get out and da-da-da.
But now
Anyway,
everyone paints their
Fuck's
VXs.
sake.
Everyone's painting VXs and cameras
yeah,
now.
because of me. So I
That's
did that
mental.
glitter one, and then we'd been talking about me going to just do apparel there. And on a separate occasion, we were having a drink. So I was just in Sweden at the time, moaning about the state of the industry. Polo had been flowing me boards for a long time because I've always felt supported by Pontus, amazing guy. And he was like, well, when I didn't like the industry, I did something about it.
Yeah.
And this sentence made my brain just be like, I need to do my own thing.
He influenced you.
Yeah, majorly, yeah. And obviously he's like a really creative person and he saw something in me which gave me a lot of confidence. And I was like, I need to do my own thing. And I came up with the name Salon. I was on a bus in Peckham and I was quite inspired by Palace as well. Like, obviously they've done all their collections based off of boys' clubs.
Yeah.
And I'd been thinking about what I could do which represented a women's club. So I was like, just sat on this bus and I was thinking about netball and all of those type of things. And I was like, there's loads of salons on that road in Peckham. And I looked out the window and I was like, oh my God, I've got it. And I was going to meet my friend Savannah at Bay. And I was like, I've got the name. Just thought of it now. And I knew the minute I had this idea, I was like, this is a good name. Like, this can do well. And yeah, just done it ever since, really.
It's a good name.
Thank you.
It's a really good name.
Really like
it is
myself.
good. And do you have, like, because you said it on the phone earlier, like you got a studio and stuff, is that where you do all your work from for Salon? Do you do all of the designing and then obviously the board that you made as well?
I've gone really up and down with what I'm doing with Salon.
Yeah.
It's been a difficult journey and I feel like this year I'm really ready to like grow it.
Yeah.
I've been in an experimental phase for a long time where I've tried to make my own clothes. That worked, but I didn't know whether I wanted to spend all my time sewing. So I've got sewing machines there. And then I've done things like I did a collection which I all sewed from scratch with Hypebeast and Samsung. That was really good. But obviously really taken huge chunks of my time. And a lot of things with Salon that I've done, I've been like, oh, this is taking up so much of my time and I just want to skate. So it's took ages to realise like where I should put my energy towards. So with Salon, I've obviously always been about promoting women's skating. I've cared so much like in my whole career about like empowering women. But at the end of the day, like within skating, like a lot of my customers are men.
Yeah.
So where I'd put a lot of focus and energy on like women's apparel and Salon has always been for everybody. It's just the way I see Salon is just like good vibes, good times, you know. Everyone that's sponsored by Salon, it's happened really organically. I've grown the brand really slowly and I've like really protected it more so than I even have my own profile. But basically what I realised is like, yeah, loads of my customers are men and they're actually into it, which it was a surprise for me. So that was really cool. So now I'm just doing a lot more unisex styles and then focusing mostly on boards.
So what do you want to, like, where do you want it to be? Like, what's the plans with Salon for the future?
So my plan with Salon, my plan with everything I'm doing, Instagram and Salon, is just to support me so that I can skate, so that I can end up like Tony Hawk, Greg Nowick, whoever else that's got a ramp in their garden. And like another thing I'd really love to do, you know, if Salon ended up doing really, really well, is go back to where I started skating and build a skate park for the kids in my hometown.
Yeah.
Because obviously,
that'd be rad.
Even for me, getting out of Plymouth, not that there's anything wrong with Plymouth or you have to get out of there, but like, it's an anomaly for me to have done that. And it's an anomaly for me to have done well in something like skating. So it would be really cool to go there and give something back.
Talk to us about the idea behind the board.
Okay, so the idea behind the board.
Let's get the board. There you have it. There's the board.
Yeah, so I'm really proud of this design. Basically, my goal with just this shoot itself was to make something to show how I could be a creative director. And so I wanted to show like that I could come out of like a really polished outcome. So I did a collection of things like bikinis, the hat, there was a lot of things like grip tape. There was athletic wear in that collection. And like I booked a studio and I did a photo shoot with my friend. Just to sort of show my creativity, really.
Can we do that with you, Toby? I reckon we should do a brain drain
You get
board.
more likes than me if you did that. That's what I always tell her. Like, oh, how many likes do you get just because of da-da-da? And I'm like, put a skirt on and skate the vert. You'll get more likes than me. So anyway, with this shoot, I just had a lot of sort of high quality photos from the shoot. And then when I was going through the photos, I just had had this idea, like, this would look kind of sick on a board.
Mm-hmm.
So I experimented around with it and I sent it to my friend and they were like, you've got to be joking, that is so sick. And I was like, I think I'm going to just drop it.
Yeah.
And it's answered a lot of questions for me, really, because a little bit of a pain point I've got with my Instagram is that people are asking me, do I do exclusive content? Do I do adult content? And I don't, but I've obviously got this lovely board, and every time someone's asking me this now, I'm like, I don't do that, but I have these boards that I sign. So that is like, just been quite a great thing. People who are fans of my channel can purchase something with my signature on it. And
so you sign every single one?
Yeah.
I think me and you should do one, and it's a
fuck's sake.
You're facing one way and I'm facing the other, like we're looking at each other, and it's two boards and they pair side by side. I think they do surprisingly well.
With Salon, are you keeping it, just doing it through your channels exclusively, or are you stocking it anywhere else? Or
okay, so basically I had a couple of skate shops stocking it, but it was it became an issue because one thing that happens in skateboarding, and it's the same thing as people being like, oh, she's just an influencer, is obviously like othering. So a couple of shops would stock Salon and they'd put it in girls section, women's section. And I had an ongoing issue with this where I'd be like, Salon's not for girls. Even if I send boards to comps and that, they're like, oh, yeah, we'll be sure to give them out to the young girls there. And I'm like, as much as I do really want to support that, and at the end of the day, when when I can afford to, I'll be putting my money where my mouth is and really supporting women skating. With Salon, I see that as once removed from me, and I want that to be for everybody. So I had a huge problem with, like, I was wholesaling and then I felt the brand was getting away from me, and I didn't have enough control over what people were saying about it or what it was. So I would be willing to go down that road again, but I've took back control of it, basically.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, we would stock it. I think you'd do well for us.
Let's do it.
Like, we don't pigeonhole anything, do we? It's like, boards, for example, are on the website brand. And that's, it's not like,
good. I think that's the way to do it, to be honest.
It's another brand.
Because they're cutting off their own thing anyway. Because if someone likes it, but then they see like, oh, I like that. Oh,
yeah, they might not buy it then.
They might not buy it. Yeah, so it's a silly thing anyway.
Yeah, it seems a very weird thing to do on their
part. Yeah, it does,
part.
doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's just segregating who's actually going to buy it, and then the growth.
But
of
it's
the brand
also
itself.
kind of maybe it's not intentional, but it's a way to make, that's not necessarily going to be as successful if they're doing that to it. So I saw it as a way to keep me down.
Yeah.
And I will not be put down.
Yeah. No, if you want to, keep, proper control over it.
You want to proper control, and you want to give it a chance to turn into something, and be something. So
what's your plans for the next few years? What's the, what?
I want to compete at skating again.
Okay.
I really don't feel done, and I really feel shocked that I'm like, there's certain things where I'm like, oh, I never thought I'd be able to achieve doing that. And I feel like skating is a little bit like, for me, like a computer game. Like, there's bits of the skate park where I'm like, oh, I'd love to be able to do that bit, and it just seems so much more seems possible for me now, and I just want to go really hard at it and just see what I can achieve. That's my goal for at least the next year. Just try my best at everything. That's my goal. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing long form content like on YouTube, like documenting the entire day? This is, but then I guess
I do, but I can tell you now, it's quite. It made me realise that I'm quite boring.
Shut up.
like your life's good in little snips.
No, I love my life. I'm so happy with it. But as far as the YouTube goes, I'm doing the same thing every day.
Yeah, but the thing is, I watch some people on YouTube where they do the same shit all the time.
Right.
And it's like people just
like
love.
'em.
People love now hearing podcasts and just seeing people's day-to-day lives and what they're doing. It doesn't even need to be the most. Like, how many times?
Look, I'll be filming the same video every day. That's the problem.
Like we'd probably get a lot of views if we just did the whole process of like
from start to
when
finish,
we're doing
no
the podcast.
cuts.
Like Sean arrives, Sean sets up the studio.
We could do a setup episode one day.
Yeah, I think
just stuff like
people
that,
because people do like that kind of behind the scenes shit.
But then it's quite intrusive, isn't it? Like you're literally showing someone your everyday where you are activity.
Yeah, I guess
kind
in
of
that.
thing.
Yeah, it could be kind of tricky.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
For real.
Obviously,
I love how you just want to keep talking to me. Don't you?
you don't have to. You don't have to answer this if you don't want, because obviously it's. But it would be good for a lot of people, I think. Would like if there's any sort of basic first level advice for getting into social media, like in the same vein as what you do. What advice could you give for anybody wanting to get into that maybe is in sort of their like late teens, early 20s or so on?
I would say do a lot of research. Like I did a lot of research. I still do. I constantly do research of like what's trending, what's popular. I watch loads of YouTube roundups and stuff of like, tips and tricks. And I think the more you pre-plan something, the better the outcomes are going to be. So like my really successful shoots with Salon, I've done so much pre-planning and mood boarding and making sure everything's perfect that the actual contents took 5 to 10 minutes to film. And it's the same thing with like, say I'll go filming in Central. I've put like a lot of effort into the outfit, the hair, the makeup, like everything. And like sometimes like I'll meet a friend and I'm like, oh, can you just film this quickly? And they're like, I can't believe how well that clip did. And I'm like, I knew that was going to go viral. It's a viral idea. I've executed it perfectly. Of course, it was going to go viral. So I'd say pre-planning and then have fun with it. Trust your ideas. Like the only reason I do it is because I find it really fun to do and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not finding it fun and you don't love it, probably choose something different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a red answer.
I got just one last one. You know when you did the kickflip in the high heels, were you concerned that you were going to roll your ankles in them things?
Do you know, it was such a spur of the moment. Oh, this is a cool story. So it was such a spur of the moment thing. The first time I ever knew I could do this, I was at Ace Hotel in London at a party and there was loads of skaters there and I had like a dress on with these like thigh-high boots. I was on Vans at the time, and this is relevant to the story. So basically, there was a group of guys that were all talking about skating, and I was like, oh, I'm a skater. And they were like, yeah, sure. And I was like, no, really, like, and they were talking about spots and whatever, and I was like, oh, yeah, I've been there. And they were just really fobbing me off, like, every time I tried to speak.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think one of them said something like, they said something to me like, you don't skate, you don't really skate or something like that. And I just shouted, Jake! It's Jake Snelling. And he had this big fat board. And I was like, have you got your board on you? And he was like, yeah. So he passed it to me. I put it down and I just did a kickflip. Like it wasn't like, oh, I wonder if I can do this or whatever. I just wanted to shut them guys down. And they were so shocked. And I was like dancing and whatever. This clip, somebody else filmed it. And it went so viral. But at the time, I didn't claim it was me because I was worried about getting kicked off Vans. I was partying, I was drunk, and I was acting ratchet. So I was like, yeah, that weren't me.
Oh, that's a shame.
And then, no, but because I'd seen how popular it went, a couple of months later, I was like, okay, I'm going to redo this idea and do it all nice and proper. And then, of course, it went. But that was just like such a fun and funny moment in my life.
Is it like, do you get proper like
It's
hyped?
easy, you know? It's easy. We should have bought a pair of shoes for you to do it.
Oh,
you just use the ball, like the ball of your
my
foot.
ankles roll walking.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
He's got chalk and
made
as well.
balsa wood.
Okay, don't. You just use the ball of your foot and you hang the heel
You can't
off,
kickflip,
obviously.
can you? So
it's actually easy.
It just take me a while.
Yeah.
yeah. When something goes viral, some content you've done, do you
Yeah.
get like proper hyped?
It's just fun, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like, you've done something fun, you're stoked on it. Usually it's the moment, like, you know, when you land something at the skate park,
Yeah.
you're feeling yourself, you've got a cool outfit on, you've done a cool trick, like, it's so much fun. And then also you post it and everyone else is stoked on it, and it's just a positive thing, isn't it? Like,
what would be a message that you'd give to a young female skateboarder getting into skateboarding now? I feel like that's a nice kind of closing message.
a message that I'd give to a young female skateboarder.
Or it could be male as well, just from your
That's
experience in it.
Anybody,
I think the relevance of female skateboarding, because it's still very male dominated, and skate parks are fucking scary for guys as well.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
So it could be
always
super
thought this
intimidating, yeah.
actually. Like, so anybody getting into it, young or old,
Yeah.
any gender, I think just do it your own way, I think, is the best message. And if people are telling you things are wrong, or this is wrong, or that's not the right way to do it, just be like, this is how I'm doing it. This is how I think
Keep
is the right way to do it. Do it in your own way and see what happens. Trust yourself.
Yeah, no, that's there is no correct answer, but that's the answer that was in my mind as well.
I think that's a pretty correct answer,
Well,
to be honest.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
We
Yeah,
know that your
appreciate
schedule
it.
is back to back by the hour. You've got something going on, so we're very privileged and pleased that you
Thank
was
you for
able to
having
come
me. I
on and
appreciate it a lot.
talk about some good skateboarding history. And who knows, we might do a round 2 when Salon's
What's that?
crazy worldwide. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if I've got that skate park in my hometown. We'll see.
Yeah,
When you
that'd
get a
be good.
skate park in the hometown, we'll come down and film a full week's documentary on it. We'll be there every step of the way, won't we,
Awesome.
Tobes? Right, I think we should go do a photo shoot and get on one of these boards, because that could be a big hit. Steph, thank you
Thanks
very
for
much for coming
coming.
on.
Thank
We
you.
love you
See you
very
later.
much.
Bye 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 bye
Can we have a round
bye
of
bye
applause,
bye.
please. Let's go do a kickflip in high heels.